Hello people, welcome to the channel. In this one I'm going to be talking about the main event of UFC 295, Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. Now, as you see on the title slide of this here slideshow, Jiri is going to CHIN Alex Pereira, but I think this could be one of the greatest fights to ever happen. Clash of two absolute savages. Now, with all that being said, let's move on to the matchup. Taking a look first at Alex Pereira, who's 8-2 in MMA, 36 years old, 6'4", 79-inch reach at 205. Former UFC middleweight champ, former two-division Glory kickboxing champ, middleweight and light heavyweight. He's 2-1 in his last 3 in the UFC, with a TKO over Izzy, 5th round to win the middleweight strap. Then he got brutally KO'd by Izzy in the rematch. And then he just a couple of months back won a close split decision against Jan Blachowicz. Now, when we're talking about the skill and the style of Alex Pereira, it's no secret he's a kickboxer, S-tier striker, one of the best strikers in the UFC. This dude is a fucking god on the feet. But he is a little overrated in general because I think he is one of the best strikers in the UFC. But I really think his game is fairly one-dimensional other than that, you know? So, he doesn't have great grappling. He does have iffy defense on the feet. We've seen him get tagged. We've seen him get knocked out. But he has elite power. His left hook is pretty good. I think people overrate his left hook a little bit. Besides Strickland, who is he really straight up slept with the left hook in MMA? But, talking about some of the good things, he has really good killer instinct, even though that kind of was his downfall in the second Izzy fight. But he's just good with throwing 4, 5, 6-piece combinations, ripping to the body, ripping up hard. Perfect technical striking. Amazing leg kicks, of course, with very little telegraph and really damaging leg kicks. But I just see a hole in his game defensively, a hole in his game in the grappling, and they're holes that I think Jiri might be able to expose a little bit. Now, with all that being said, let's move on and talk about his opponent, Jiri Prochazka. Now, Jiri, 29-3-1. The experience, the amount of fights this guy's had is just insane. 31 years old, 6'3", 80-inch reach, also nuts, weighing at 205. Former light heavyweight champion, vacated the belt after he hurt his shoulder training for the Glover rematch. Won the absolute war to win the title against Glover. And we've seen Jiri fight. We know his style. He's unorthodox, he's weird, dynamic, long, rangy striking. We learned he's pretty good on the ground. Learned that, we knew that before, but learned it in the Glover fight when he held his own against the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt of Glover Teixeira. Now, we've seen him get tagged a bit, especially in the Glover fight. We've seen Glover Teixeira knock him around a little bit, so that scares me to see what Pereira might do if he finds his chin. But I do think he has a better chin than Pereira. He has the grappling advantage in this fight for sure. Pereira has been training with Glover, so maybe his grappling is improved. And he's definitely been, working takedown defense because, he's been training for the Jan Blachowicz fight. Now he's training for Jiri, who I assume he expects to grapple with him. So yeah, we'll definitely see where the grappling of Alex Pereira is. But now let's move on to what I think could happen in this fight. Now, I think both guys are going to come out super aggressive, tagging each other early, exchanging. We'll see Jiri, leaning forward, trying to stay rangy, just poking the jab out, poking out the strikes, and just seeing if he can catch him. I can see Jiri trying, and both of them just trying to be explosive, just flying knees, just combinations at each other early. And I think I could see Alex catching Jiri early, dropping him, but I see Jiri weathering the storm. I see Jiri getting Alex down and beating him up a little bit, ground and pound, threatening submissions, just tiring him out. And I could see Alex seeing the takedown coming though, and tagging him with the left hook coming in, or like a right uppercut. But at the end of the day, I do see the pressure and the grappling playing the biggest roles in this main event. And both of those things, I think, are favored to the side of Jiri Prochazka, you know? So, with all that being said, we're going to move on now to my official prediction for the main event, the light heavyweight championship of UFC 295. Of course, we knew who I thought was gonna win from the first second of the video, but I think the champ gets his belt back. I think Jiri Prochazka is gonna tag and get tagged on the feet early, working the grappling, tiring out Alex, soften him up, ground and pound. I see Jiri finding a kill shot, knee up the middle, shots against the fence, and finishing the job. So, officially, I see it as a round 3 KO TKO for Jiri Prochazka. Like I said, he's going to be coming in, pushing him back, knee up the middle, hurt him bad, follow up with some shots, finishing the job. Now, with that being said, that is my official prediction, but I do like the idea of Jiri Prochazka winning by submission in the middle later rounds as well, maybe round 3 or 4, but with the exact same principle. You know, hurt him, take him down, tire him out, ground and pound, find a shot, take him down, but instead of chasing him with the ground and pound, try to sneak in a rear naked choke. I could see, even though I've never seen him do one of these, I could see him sneaking in like a Darce or an Anaconda on, hurting Pereira and having him fall forward. And, I see the well-roundedness and the unorthodox fighting style of Jiri, the pressure and the grappling just being too much for Alex Pereira to handle. Now, let me know what you guys think of this fight in the comments. Check out some of the other videos on my channel, and drop a like if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Now, go sleep.